Hey guys, it's Whitney here, and thank you so much for deciding to click on my video. In today's video, we are exploring McLean County, Kentucky, and we're gonna see if we can find anything beautiful, abandoned, historic. Join me out, and I'm here with my friend Kate. Say hey.
Hey.
We are starting off in Calhoun, but don't worry, we will go to every town in the county. I'm really excited to check it out because this is my family's old stomping grounds, McLean and Muhlenberg County. So it's really cool to explore around this area. Looking up the demographics, all the sites slightly vary, but around 700 people live in Calhoun. So there are quite a decent amount of small businesses in the area, and there's not a whole lot of chain restaurants. I did see there was a Mexican restaurant, which you see in every small town in Kentucky. There's Lighthouse Restaurant on the water, Little B's Pizza and Sandwiches, Farley's, Big Oak General Store, which you can go in and get a sandwich, pizza, things like that. Jay's Drive-In. A lot of these were closed. We were driving through here pretty early in the morning on a Saturday, but as you will see, we are headed towards the water and we're going to take a peek of Green River. And I was looking over here, guys. You can tell it's underwater. The flooding in Kentucky this year has been terrible, even where I live. This is the McLean County History Museum. I always enjoy going to those in small towns. It was closed on this Saturday, and this is the Treasure House thrift store. And everything you purchase in here goes to support the History Museum, which is really neat. And I really love this house coming up. It kind of has this eerie vibe. Yeah. So we're making our way back to Cabin Fever. Embroidery and gifts in this yellow house right here. We went in there and there was really cute stuff like tons of candles and clothes and boutique items. This is Farley's. It is a bed and breakfast and also has a restaurant in there you can eat in. I don't think anything's this way, do you?
Probably not, but I mean.
So we were driving around, and in between houses in a random neighborhood was the Camp Calhoun Cemetery, and there are over 200 men that are honored here who died during Camp Calhoun. And it's because they weren't from the area and they were introduced to new illnesses like typhoid fever, influenza, measles, and it was overcrowded conditions, overrun with rats. So all of these men are honored here. So throughout the county, you can drive around and check out a self-guided tour for the Battle of Sacramento. So if you like history, I'm sure it'd be a really nice tour. I didn't have time today to check it out, but it's really neat. And these are the names of the soldiers that are being honored. We did take the bridge over to Rumsey, and it's a very, very small town. It didn't look like there was a whole lot of houses or anything. I did see some abandoned stuff. So we did take the bridge back over to Calhoun and we noticed this church pretty close to the river. It looked to not be in service still. Calhoun Holiness Church. It had a beautiful view of the water. It was pretty cool to check out. Sad to see a church not in service though. I did look it up. I don't know if I see these broken windows, so I wasn't for sure. There's the tip of the church right there, but we're down by the water, and there's this really beautiful house and this abandoned house next door to it. Will you turn my flashers off for me? Here, I'll do it. Never mind.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where the thing was.
But here we are coming up to it. Look at these old steps that are collapsed. It's absolutely beautiful. Can you guys see it? And then this beautiful house right here. They have a nice view. So we are now in Livermore, England. Kentucky, I mean. I had to be silly. And this is a very, very cute town. I like it because the downtown area, there are quite a few of the old buildings. Not many of them are being used currently though, but it's just kind of cool to see what it looked like back then. So the population is about 1,200 people. So in downtown Livermore by the water is this Livermore Furniture and Hardware Company. I just think it looks really neat. Let's walk around. And here's this Rivertown Market, this little building. Has Kentucky Proud products and I see some tomatoes. Let's walk across here. Check it out. So I looked up some old photos of this place and you see where the garage is and then on the other side. Well, those were just full glass windows for the storefront of the old hardware store. So the front does look quite different than what it did back then. And so I walked down here and pretty much one half looked kind of empty and abandoned. And then down here they have kayak and canoe rentals with the number on the window, so you can get in the water down here, which would probably be a lot of fun. Found this, but there's no signs on it or anything. This side's no trespassing. So I got out of the car and I noticed that this road ahead of me was completely flooded out all the way to the river. So now we're going over to the Veterans Memorial area. So over here it shows you, I guess, service members who are from Livermore. And then it has a U.S. Army tank that you can check out. It said that this park is dedicated to Major Allen Price and Major Bobby Girvin. June 29th, 1996. Also, I'm going to take you right over here at this overlook. It's so awesome. It used to be part of a old railroad bridge. So this plaque over here talks about the whole story about the old iron bridge. So this was a support, I guess, support foundation for it over the river, and it was built in 1872. It only took 1 year to build it, and $106,000, which is crazy. But yeah, so let's go up to the top and look over. This looks a little scary. Let's take it. So this is Green River, but as I'll show you in a second, I'm going to show you a confluence of Rough River and Green River. And that's the Livermore Bridge, which we had went over from Calhoun. It's actually, in Ripley's Believe It or Not, this bridge is recognized for being the only one in the world that begins in one county. McLean County spans two rivers. Green and Rough River crosses another county, Ohio County, and then ends back in its county of origin, McLean County. Okay, so this plaque right here talks about the flood of 37 and how the water was all the way up here, which is just crazy. The 1937 flood ruined Kentucky at the time. It was hard. Kentucky and Indiana. So yeah, it came all the way up to this staircase. That is pretty high. We are headed to Island, Kentucky. Yes, there is a town called Island, and they have around 600 residents. Another small town, but adorable. And I was looking up how it got its name, and it was named after a large farm in the 1800s. It was owned by a judge named William Worthington, and it was 8 square miles. And whenever the Green River would be flooded, his farm would get surrounded by water. And he thought it looked like an island, so this area got called Island, Kentucky. So we're at the Island Dairy Freeze, and you pull up, get out, and you go to the window, and they have a bunch of shakes. And what is yours called? It's like a blizzard.
I don't remember what they called it.
And I got a grilled cheese and a water. I didn't want to eat too heavy because we're out in the heat. Hey, Treasure Island Schoolhouse. There's a sale, guys, in this old school. We're gonna pull up. It says open. Went in through the gymnasium of the school, and they have this big sale in antiques. That's so cool. We're in one of the classrooms, and there's just so much stuff to look at. Check out these lights. Yes. The old speakers. Come to the principal's office. Ooh, singer.
Oh,
So I'm sorry. I have one of these. Oh, there's a lot of mannequins and stuff in here. Is there really? I tried to buy this purse, but it was given to me at that sale. That was so nice. So this little building is a little memorial of Island's school history, which ranges from 1872 to 1995 on the corner of Main and School Street. It's adorable. That rock right there is from the Livermore Railroad Bridge, the overlook we had just seen. But anyways, we're at the Island Wooden Bridge Park, and it was built in 1872, which we're about to go see, and it was relocated in 2001. So it's a beautifully preserved bridge. It's really neat how it's in this area. So my camera did die, and I had to use a backup one. It's not stable at all. I apologize for that. But yeah, this is such a neat little area. And straight ahead, there's an old abandoned house. And I'll get a better view of it in a second. I did walk across the bridge. It was super hot. Because let me tell you, it's almost 100 degrees and high 90s that day. Ah, the trolls are under here. I always wonder what the stories were on these places. And here is a caboose. We are pulling into the last town in the county, and it's Sacramento, Kentucky. There are about 420 residents. I didn't see a lot of local businesses. I did see a lot of churches. There was a Mexican restaurant, El Jalapeno, and we rode past a cafe. When researching for this video, I wanted to ask my dad if anything really stood out about Sacramento, because as a kid he would come and stay with family and things like that, and he told me there was a cafe and roller skating rink here, and he had so many fond memories and he really enjoyed it. So I thought that was really neat. And we are headed towards the Battle of Sacramento. So every May they do a reenactment, but anyways, the original battle occurred on December 28th, 1861. And I had seen on the internet that there's an old house you can check out and things like that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have another county that you'd like for me to check out, definitely let me know down below. Thank you. See you soon.